Hello there, Inconvenient Panda here, and today I'm going to be playing the Stanley Parable. Yeah. I've heard so many good things about this, and some not so good things about this, but mainly very good things. I've also managed to avoid spoilers, which I'm pretty happy about, but you can actually see the story there. I hope that doesn't actually show up in the video constantly. It's actually quite interesting. So that was taking a full-on screen capture. The end is never the end is never the end is never the end is loading never? Is loading never? Oh dear. So, yeah. I don't really know too much about this game, which was intentional, because the first thing I heard about it was you need to go into it not really knowing too much about it. But I've heard from a few people that this is my kind of game, as they put it. So, yeah, once it loads, I don't know. I don't know why it's taking so long to load. But there is a field of view option I might have to tweak with.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day, of every month, of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Oh, I don't know what's going on with the skipping
Something
there.
very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh, so I'm playing. Game looks good. There's a bit of mouse lag, actually. I don't know if
All of his co-workers
it's going to be
were gone.
important.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Right. There's crouch. Well, that's more lay on your stomach size. There's no jump. Wait, whoop, close the door. Open the door. Cool. So I'm guessing this is a super story-driven game. So, and I generally don't talk during
Stanley came to a
cutscenes.
set of two open doors. He entered the door on his left.
Well, oddly enough, whenever I'm given an option like this, I always go left. So, yeah. Lucked out on that one. Oh, what's going on here?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay. So far, so good. Ooh, a broom closet. Ah! Smack myself in the face. Yep, there's a broom in here. I can confirm that that is a broom closet.
Coming to a staircase,
I wanna
Stanley
go
walked
up.
upstairs to his boss's office.
Well, yeah, whenever I'm given an option like this, I always go up. So it's left first, and then up second, is the way I do things. What's this? Executive bathroom. Hey, let me in. Alright. Seems legit so far.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course,
2845.
Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
I'm already in love with this game, just from
By
that.
simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Oh. Okay. The button. I guess I'll head down, see what's clowning around, and oh, another massive loading screen. I'm beginning to wonder if these loading screens are actually part of the game. As the narrator's almost breaking the fourth wall.
Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This
Well, you did just tell me.
would not go unanswered for long.
It's kind of creepy in here, gotta be honest. Not entirely
Stanley
comfortable.
walked straight ahead through the large door
the
that read Mind Control Facility.
It says escape. But I have no reason not to trust the narrator, just as yet. God. I don't know how I feel about this. What on earth?
The lights rose
Oh.
on an enormous room packed
Whoa.
with television screens. What horrible
doesn't feel
secret
right.
did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yeah, I think I'll be fine. Oh, cameras.
Now the monitors jumped to life,
Whoa.
their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Okay. A person upwards?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only
I like how the
reason he
monitors
was
aren't
happy with
exactly
his boring
aligned.
job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
I don't know, narrator man.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was
Isn't that just a
unthinkable.
job?
Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly
Wait,
spent
is
his
that the
entire life utterly blind to the world?
It's quite possible.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
I don't know about that. You see, he told me the keypad thing. I feel as if this dude's trying to tell me what to do. Oh, what's that up there? Is that a thing? It looks like a thing. I'm gonna go press the thing. Yo, move slow enough. Why can't I jump? I hate games where you can't jump. It feels wrong. Serious? But, wait. There's actually an achievement? That's amazing. Alright, 10 out of 10. Best game ever. IGN. Of course. Alright, let's try and press some buttons, shall we? There was a big red one over here. Is this like a puzzle game or something? Like, it's a 5. I don't think they do too much at the moment. Mind control idle. Awaiting input. If I were either a billionaire or a supervillain, this is the size of my TV.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
I don't really trust him, but... Whoop. Was that it? Did I win? I can't see.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Yeah.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
What in the crap?
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
What? I beat the game? That was surprisingly short. Wait a minute. I don't think I beat the game. I'm gonna have to play through this a few times, it seems. But that was really cool. But yeah, you know what? I'm gonna play through this a couple times, see if I can get all the endings, I guess. 'Cause it seems like there's at least 3. I want to say, because there was that escape thing at the beginning, and then there was the on switch that I didn't press. Oh, then there was that door to the right, and then downstairs. Oh, there's so much I could do. All right, yeah, I'm gonna make this into a series thing rather than just because it's been over 10 minutes. But I have been and still am the Inconvenient Panda. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.